everyone. It is Thursday. We're at the end of this week, pretty much. We've been looking all week at the Samaritans and their testimony of who this Messiah is, the testimony of this group of people who were hated by the Jews and who hated the Jews. It's something when your enemy testifies that you are indeed Messiah. And that's what the Samaritans do. We've learned about it all week. My name is Dwain, and today we look at the rest of the story, the end of the story. What happens in Samaria? This woman that God has touched, that Jesus has touched by this well, goes out and becomes immediately a witness. People whom Jesus touches become witnesses for him. They want to tell people what they have seen and heard and felt, what Jesus has done for them. And she does that. She goes back into the city and she goes to the men of the city, some of whom had misused and abused her. And she said, come see a real man. Not a man like you guys. I'm talking about a real man. John chapter 4, verses 27 to 29. Come see a man who told me everything that I had ever done in the past. Doesn't even know me. Bible says that when the disciples come back and they find Jesus by the well, they offer him food, and he says, "No, I've already eaten. I have food you don't even know about. I'm fine." And he said, they wondered, did someone bring him food? Jesus says, you all are going out there and you went and labored for food and you brought it back. But I want to tell you that the harvest is ripe right now, that men and women are ready to come to know Jesus Christ. He's teaching them a lesson much deeper, much greater than the physical food that they're laboring for. That it is more important to feed people with the bread of life than to just feed them physical bread. Jesus, in this moment, is focused on the salvation of this woman and the Samaritans. When the Samaritans come to him, whole city comes to him and they are begging him to stay. Jesus stays with them 2 extra days. And in those days, many more Samaritans give their hearts and their lives to Jesus. But it's what they say about him. That is so powerful. John chapter 4 and verse 42. Then they said to the woman, because they don't believe the woman, she's just a woman, and she's a woman of bad reputation. They say this, now we believe, not because of what you said, for we ourselves have heard him, and we know that this is indeed the Christ, the Savior of the world. They testify themselves that Jesus is who he claimed to be. People who hated him testify that he is everything he claimed to be. That's our study for today. I think you're going to love it. The Samaritans testify Jesus leads them to the Savior and teaches us that the harvest of souls who receive the bread of life, that's our work, that's the most important work to which we are called. May God bless us as we study this day.